Hi, welcome to this week's episode where we're taking a deeper dive into the personal finance journey, why you should learn as early as possible, and what's our real mission, as we're building Berryville. Mac, you want to start us off once again?
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. This topic is really it's deep for me because I came across an amazing stat that wasn't surprising, but it shook me. And the stat was that a child's financial success is almost exclusively determined by the zip code they live in or the zip code they grow up in. And you think about just how powerful the statement that is. You really start thinking, what can we do, right? What can we do to change that trend, to change all of that? And I always talk about, and we talk about how fintech, there's all this technology that's being created and developed to do stuff with your money, but there really isn't a whole lot out there that actually teaches you what to do with your money. And so the For Money Bears Berryville app is the on-ramp to a child's financial education journey. And so what if we could take a game, drop this game in one of these underserved, overlooked communities, right? And start changing conversations, start changing stories that are had in that household, right?
Yeah.
Where instead of a child saying, hey, whenever I get this $100 bill for my birthday, I'm just going to go run and buy a pair of Nikes. What if all of a sudden, because they started playing our game, they say, hey, mama, papa, let's take $50 of it and buy, an inexpensive pair of Nikes because we're spending cautiously. And let's use the other $50 to buy shares of Nike.
Yeah.
And they're investing from the age of 5, 6, 7 years old, having this conversation or giving it to someone else. So that's why I think starting the journey early, Ryan, and starting those conversations early just allows for that longer runway for the child, and then the impact that can have on the child in that home and in that community. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's super important. I think you were saying before that you don't want to wait to teach your children because most likely you don't have. Most people is there a stat on how many people in America have bad financial habits?
It's got to be high.
I'd say it's high. I'm not going to put a number on it, but I'm going to say it's high. And just imagine you have bad financial habits and your kid, they're going to learn from you. They learn everything from you. Even if you don't even try to teach them, they're going to see by learning, by watching you. So they're going to be 16 years old and see that you blow your paycheck. You have bad loans. You don't understand these things. They're learning from you. But if they learned from this thing and you learned with them, that is something I think it's also, Mac, we've talked about this before. You don't want to just teach 7-year-olds. We want to backfill. So we're going to backfill the rest of them. We want to give this. The end goal is to get this into every community we can, especially in America. I think we start in America, but imagine worldwide. Imagine being able to give this worldwide.
Because financial literacy is not just a U.S. issue, Ryan. It's not just a U.S. It's a global concern.
It really is. And, even entrepreneurship, that's a global thing that people just, you can't. I like to always say, coming from the creative field, creativity only comes from failing a lot and understanding how to fail forward. And it really is. And that's how as an artist you grow and you become something. You try something out and you don't really like it. You design something better. You keep moving forward, right? I will tell you, I am never happy with anything I've ever made. Everything is terrible. And other people say it's great and that's cool. But to me, I need to push myself. And teaching that in a game is an easy way to teach that. Because it's look, you can grow better. You just got to try a little harder. You failed on this one. Here's how to fix it. I would love to just see people in a lower income get to a higher bracket, or at least to stop using, loan sharks, stop going to these other places that are predatory, not take out bad loans because they know what a bad loan is. If we taught people what a bad loan was, especially at a young age, don't do this, there wouldn't be bad loans. It's because people are taking advantage of people. That's why it's bad loans,
Yeah.
Hopefully we can change the world, man. I think that's That's the end goal. That's the end goal here. So
the end goal, you know, when they talk about your BHAG, our big, hairy, audacious goal, our big, hairy, audacious goal is to have every child in the world learn about money through the 4 Money Bears Berryville. I mean, that's literally what we want, because we know that if we can impact, you know, children who, because there's going to be kids that want to learn, and then there's these kids that just kind of like, you know, but if we can somehow, way, shape, or form influence people to be able to make better, healthier financial decisions at an earlier age, I think we've done an amazing service to the community.
Yeah, I think you did make a good point. You know, there always are going to be kids who want to learn finance. Like, there's going to be kids that are interested in that, and of course they're going to do great on our game. Those aren't the ones I'm concerned about making this game. I'm making this gamified, really fun experience for the ones that, like, they're going to school to get away from home. Like, they're going to school because, you know, they need a break. They want to get lunch because they won't get food when they're at home. Like, let's hook them up. Let's give them a moment of, like, you know, taking a break, playing a game that actually teaches them, and they don't even realize they're teaching. I really, you know how passionate I am about this. I think the only reason me and you connected so well throughout these years was just this mission. And this is the main mission we've always had.
Make an impact, make a lifelong impact. And if you can change or modify the way that a young person, I talk about the 3 R's of the relationship with money, or anything in life, actually. So first, the child realizes it's money. Hey, this is money. I know what it is, right? Yeah. Then they recognize what it does. Hey, I can spend this, or I can save it. Sadly, Ryan, for most young people, that's the limit of what their realization or recognition of what money does. They don't realize that there's actually 4 options. You can invest it, or you can give it away. And so here's the thing. Once you realize what it is, you recognize what it does, you can then rationalize how to use this tool in your life. And you can make a whole lot more decisions, more informed, more educated decisions about your money when you realize what your full options are. And that's what we're looking to do with the 4 Money Bears Berryville.
I think this is a good segue into our next week's episode, which is going to be about how we're bringing this to market with an enterprise solution. You know, me and you will not be able to give this into any inner city school districts on our own. We're not going to be able to spread too far without the support of everyone else. So catch us next week. We'll talk about, you know, where we're going with this, how this solution can help your enterprise. Mac, I know you're going to do it, so do it ahead. Go ahead.
The journey continues.
Ooh, that was a good dramatic. See you later, guys.
There you go.